So, hello, it's time for Heavenly Delusion, episode 9, right? Actually, this one. First, I want to address one thing, though, again, right? And there's two things here. But the subreddit of this anime, and the other speaking, right? So, first of all, I don't think last episode was that sad, right? Because, I keep saying it, last episode I kind of dwelled more on the issue of, like, the mystery of it. Like, why are you showing us all the mystery? What's that scene? Like, what I'm supposed to feel at this moment, right? It's kind of weird. But I also quote the general issue I felt, right? Which I think most people even agree with me. Even people that are defending the anime agree with me. Is that the character, you don't know the characters. You introduce to this character and she immediately dies. Why would it be sad for? I understand it's very like visually sad, right? As I kept saying last week. But I don't know who the person is, right? Of course, again, I do understand that I'm very likely who I actually do know who they are, right? I don't know exactly who they are, but I mean it's kind of obvious who they're supposed to be, right? So that is true. Like in the after ending credits, we see this girl is the one in the cave, right? Oh, it's probably her, right? So of course I understand that. Oh, if I watch the anime further, or maybe read the manga, right? If I finish the manga, then I will know who died, right? But at a given time, it isn't sad at all. I feel, right? You have to like rewatch it after you've seen the whole manga, or whatever, right? Read the whole thing to actually feel it sad. And I think this anime has issues for that. It reminds me of 86, where 86 is just like, look at this, it's sad, It's like, is it really though? Because I don't like these characters. 86 is even worse though. 86 is like, look at this, that scene. Like, I just met that person like a minute ago, yeah. 86 was the same thing, right? They have this like war, right? But it's before the war happens and the character dies. It's like the first time we see the character. And she's like, yeah, give me that potato, whatever. Right? Next thing she's dead. It's just like, I guess that's sad. Thinking that like in the title, right? Sasha taking the title, potato girl, right? Imagine if she died immediately after the potato scene. Then it wouldn't be that sad because she's like, okay, that's kind of funny, kind of quirky. Then she dies immediately. You would be like, I mean, okay, I guess that's the character, take that, right? But like if you don't get to know the character, you don't really care that much, right? That's kind of 86, right? And I feel this anime here is similar too. We're like, well, I just met the character, so why would I care? Again, I understand I actually have met all the character, but I think it is weirdly presented, and because the pacing then is very slow, right? The whole episode is that scene where I don't even know the characters. I kind of do, but not really, right? It is weird to me. It really is weird. Anyway, second thing, I actually got banned on their subreddit for this anime, right? That someone, typical mod runs. And I think it was hilarious because I wrote this one Reddit comment, right? That only has 5 minus. I'll show you the comment here. Only 5 minus downvotes, and I got banned for this comment. And I'm just like, my God, these people are freaking butthurt, and no one even disagreed with me, even if it has minus. But I mean, the comments to it was like, yeah, you're right, and it's kind of weird and so on. I'm showing you the comment, guys. I think it's kind of hilarious because I wrote this thing. Oh, no, people got angry, and I got banned, and I never had any warnings, nothing, from the subreddit, right? I ever talked to this mod before, and this banned me, like perma banned me immediately because I critiqued the anime. So here's my comment. Okay, it's a little bit sorry for that. Let's move it there. Let's zoom it in a bit. Sorry. There we go. This is the full comment. Jesus Christ, I'm sorry about that. This is the full comment, right? So you can see it here. I probably get some hate, but I don't feel it's sad. It's kind of sad. It's visually done, but it's no build up, right? So this is basically my comment, right? This comment got me perma banned from their subreddit. Yeah, I'm not even kidding you guys. Perma banned from a subreddit for critiquing their anime. And again, no warnings, right? Because even if I had warnings before, it wouldn't make any sense. It's very, very silly. But at least, let's say I had like 3 warnings. You know how Reddit is, like you can get warnings on subreddit, blah, blah, blah. You know how it works, right? If it has something like that, right? Okay, maybe it will make more sense then. But they were just like, boom, insta, yeah. Because I post there like once a week. I like to go to Reddit, right, and post like, here's a comment, this is my review, whatever, there's something about it, I don't give kind of my opinion, right? Like one comment and then see what people, disagree or agree with me, but whatever, right? Not for every anime, for most animes, for example, my latest, I guess, Reddit comment is Dr. Stone, right? Writing about the Dr. Stone episode, right? About a little bit, So you might have seen it before. I've done a lot, done it to anime Reddit, and to the different subreddits, whatever, right? So, but this is the first time ever where I got banned on a subreddit for immediately. It's like, oh, this is, I don't think the episode was very good. Right? Yeah, so this is a record for me. I never been banned before from a subreddit for you saying like, I don't think this was a good episode. Imagine going to like One Piece subreddit. I mean, you love One Piece, but go to One Piece and be like, you know, the pacing is pretty bad here. It gets banned for that. They would have to ban half the subreddit, you know, if people complaining about the anime, right? Because it's always someone saying, oh, the visual, oh, yeah. I never seen this before where, I mean, I am also being quite generous here, I feel. Honestly, right? I'm just like, I mean, it's visually done, well done and so on. I'm not even being like super, you know, like, oh, this is the worst thing ever. But obviously, I don't think it is very good. I mean, a lot of the episodes be bad, yeah. So I'm not like backpedaling saying, actually, I like the episode. No, I think it was pretty terrible. But but I think it's just kind of funny how I got banned from that. Like I guess keep saying, I have never been banned before in my life, you know, on a subreddit. Doesn't mean much, of course, but I mean in that sense. Or otherwise, for example, you know, subreddit I'm banned on, right, has been, for example, like it's like a Swedish political subreddit where I am, where I made a joke and I got banned. That's been interesting also for that matter, right? You know, you know what I mean. Like, so for example, this is subreddit in Sweden. I say what was one thing what I said. That is called like Svensk politik, yeah, whatever. Doesn't really matter. But it's a very, very notorious subreddit in Swedish, where they basically ban anyone, right, for not agreeing with their like extreme, you know, political perspective, right? It's very, very famous because all the moderators, right, they're extremely one thing, and all the users are extremely, yeah, and all the users disagree with them, right? But basically, I've been on that subreddit for a few years, right, because it's the biggest Swedish political subreddit, and I just wrote like a joke. Like straight up a joke. I was just like, oh, but this thing, you know, and then like permaban, and I was like, what? But I wasn't even. Oh, you can't critique this thing, and I was like, I'm not critiquing it. It's like, I'm just being, you know, sarcastic about it, which is like Sweden's biggest thing to be sarcastic. It's like I'm just being sarcastic, which is like every Sweden is sarcastic, right? But there's almost like, if you're not banned on Svensk politik, it's almost like weird because everyone is banned there. Yeah, it's like a thing, right? Everyone that has ever posted on Reddit is Sweden basically banned there. But anyway. Let's watch the episode. But at least, I mean, in that case, I can understand it more, right? Even though it's really dumb too, because at least I can understand, well, here is the Reddit moderates, whatever, you know, they're super, whatever, right? There's some political alignment, and they think that, oh, you're against us or whatever. But as I'm watching it, open first, 3, 2, 1, and go. But I think that, now I just want to bring it up, because I think it was hilarious. I think it was really hilarious, you know? I think it was hilarious, like pathetically hilarious, honestly, right? Yeah, it's like, what the hell? Like I said, right, I've been critical on, you know, all the animes before in my life, right, obviously. Like, like for example, Tokyo Revenge or whatever, right, or 86 one, right, yeah, or whatever. But I've never been banned outright immediately for like being, oh, I don't like the episode. This is the first subreddit that's ever been like, oh, you didn't like the episode? You're dead to us immediately, yeah, like I keep saying it, but I never seen it go in this speed, right? That someone is like, yeah, you can't say that. That's what is interesting. Anyway, guys, hope you guys liked my weird intro here. It's the opening, so whatever. But yeah. But I don't know. And I keep saying this, I probably don't even like them as much. What I keep watching it down for? Well, I guess two things. I don't watch many other animes on Saturdays. We also don't have Hell's Paradise today, right? But I think it's more so that this anime is interesting, and I keep saying, I said in a short tweet ago, it's more about, I do watch like every horror anime basically, right? Like I used to horror movies too, and my bar for like to watch a horror anime or a horror show or whatever is like basically, you know, it's like 0, right? I just keep watching them no matter what, right? You know what I mean? And it's probably something like that, right? I just haven't like. But anyway, there's some water here now. Oh, they're back at the laboratory. Okay. Oh, talking to the weird alien thing? What? Okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe she can explain to us what's happening in this alien thing. I thought it's got sub or something. That doesn't work. I'm sorry, this is weird because I had like a sub version now. It doesn't. It's just bleeding here. pretty deep scar. But I guess we're gonna explain how these people are outside or if they're dead or whatever. I don't know. But I keep saying it, right? It's always about the mystery of the animes. You wanna watch it for the mystery. But anyway, now weird alien heals her, the leg. Easily. Well, we've seen all the monsters outside, right? So they're probably something like that. Yeah, we can all like... I think this was by Mamoru Noto, right? Yeah, you can hear that Mamoru Noto alien face. Oh, they can't see it? Wait, do I sound like a woman I'm made out of for? So all the cameras die too. Seems kind of necessary to kill every camera. Could you only kill the camera of the kid? But yeah, definitely is Mamoru Noto that's doing his voice, and it's it's Mamoru Prospero. Yeah, it's Mamoru Noto. You can really hear this Mamoru Noto. You know, Saru Hayami. Yeah, soft. You know, Shibi Mamoru. Yeah, you know, the meat version of Saru Hayami. Now, what is funny that the first time I heard Saru Hayami speaking, like, you know, Yamato and so on, I thought she was Mamoru Noto, right? Okay, now she grows wings or something. What? Yeah. First time I thought it was oh, she can fly too? Or something? What? Well, yeah, she can make wings, but wait, the cable? Is she gonna get up and like hang herself? Wait, she flies up to him. What? I guess she helps him, levitates him or something. Why would she fly up in the sky to be like, oh, I'm just gonna hang myself? This anime is so weird, man. Wait, and that's like a backstory how he knows her as a kid or something? But why would she fly up in the sky and be like, ah, whatever, I won't live anymore? What? She like grew like angel wings, so he flew up and it was like... Yeah. She turned into like an angel and flew up with a cable, you know, deleted herself. Was just like, the wings are gone or something. Why? What is weird is anime? Not Mama Gunoto. No, it's like Mama Prospera, you know, it's Suletta's mom. Yeah, it's it's psychopath mom. No. What a weird scene that was. She's having so weird. What's having so weird for? It's so weird. What's wrong with this anime? The only reason I'm watching it is shock value. I mean, this anime is pure shock value. It's pure shock value, yeah. You're like, okay. She flew up to do that. But again, it's a build up for it. You must be watching it to be like, surprised what's happening, right? It doesn't make any sense. It's like, why? I don't know what happened, guys. No. Okay. Okay. What? That was weird, man. Is she back now or something? This is probably the episode we had the most time on. Ah, that's the thing he was playing with. Yeah, exactly. He was playing with that pin, right? Oh, no, like a poo or something? Suddenly? But yeah, that's like the pin he was playing with last episode. I saw speak English here. Group of 14-year-olds. Okay, that's great. I don't know, suddenly they get talking English, so... And then we're back to the main cats again. Yeah, and she has the bird thing, right? Yeah, so that was the thing on his clothing. Exactly, so I mean it's obvious that that the people die this episode is from the laboratory, right? It's obvious, yeah. Especially people commenting that I hadn't seen them before, but a little spoiled by the comment section. But even without that, it is obvious, right? Because, yeah, I mean, who else would it be? And, yeah, he had that thing and so on. Suddenly something's happening. Earthquake? Well, I guess they're in Japan, so they might actually have earthquakes there in Japan, though. Yeah, like they might actually just happen. This feels like a suddenly weird earthquake. It's probably a monster or whatever, but I guess it could actually just be an earthquake because it is Japan, right? It's so weird in Japan, so. Of course, Japan is on the fire circle on the planet, right? You know, it's like a lot of earthquakes in Japan because it's the tectonic plates. Yeah, so it's the same thing why it's been earthquakes in California and so on, right? Because Japan, basically Japan, right, is in a circle if you look at the globe, right? With a lot of earthquakes. Yeah, it's called a fire. It's called a fire circle. I think it's called fire circle, Earth fire circle. I believe so. Maybe I'm wrong on that, but I think it's called fire circle. Let's see, fire circle. Fire ring. Okay, fire. So this is about ring of. No, it's called circle of fire or fire ring or ring of fire. The Pacific Ring of Fire, the Girdle of Fire. But different names for fire. Yeah. But there, you get my point. Yeah, Ring of Fire, Circle of Fire, Pacific Ring of Fire, and so on. Yeah. Which is like it's like Japan to Chile. Back to the that scene was so weird. So it's probably she that died episode. It's probably they that died of these two characters. Yeah, they're probably the last character that died, right? I mean, he has the same hair as him, and she was the one that we saw in the cave. Then the episode ended. So I guess these are the two people that died last episode. So it's taking place, I guess, before last episode. Yeah, I mean, that's one thing immediately here, right? As a side note, I said immediately, right? I do feel that this anime, right? Or I mean, the laboratory in the anime, the kids in the laboratory, is taking place before the current events. Right? They don't seem to be taking place at the same time right now. You see the angel in the sky, yeah, great. But yeah, she's probably the one that died in the episode, right? So this is taking place probably years before the other one, right? Probably. I guess so, this. I wanna see me as a pregnant robots. This robot is a normal robot! We haven't with all the pregnant robots, we haven't with all the hentai robots, yeah. That weird stuff, man. We haven't all the hen robots. Those were the best, man. The episode is costed with children, I think. It kind of makes sense a lot of, you know, in the laboratory. The episode is called Children of the Nursery, yeah. So it's kind of, I guess, the... Yeah, I mean, I suppose, right? Is it the episode that focuses the most on the people in this weird laboratory nursery, yeah. The alien kids, whatever they are. Okay. You got like a... Yeah, I got like a saw. Yeah, have you seen my bro? Have you seen my sister's brain or something? Okay. Turns away instead, that wasn't very useful. No? Okay, go back. Give him a ride or something. I don't know, it's like this hippie guy. He looks like a hippie and he got a van too. He looks like a hippie and he got a van. It's stereotypes, Japan. He looks like a hippie. Of course he drives a van, man. Of course he does a van. Of course he does a van, man. Okay. I got like a whole list here. He's like, it's my deal. He's like, it's my like, I'm running a business here. You know, it's a price constraint. Yeah, yeah. For 10 yen, that's this thing. Yeah, okay. You want a ghost story? That's 50 yen. Okay. Okay, let's go straight to them. Okay, now Tokyo Chilling submerged, yeah. Shinbatsu. What is this? Oh, suddenly it's like all this dead bodies or so? What? Okay, now it's an asteroid kick. Now I guess he's theorist, but this is so weird. He's like, what if an asteroid hit Earth, a meteor swarm or something? Yeah, okay, I guess. It was like a meteor hit Earth, probably. But then you would have a crater somewhere to would... Oh, and that's why we have alien monsters or something. And the fish with hands. That looks like the angel though. In the black... Yeah, in the photo that's like the angel lady though. That's just a bird. It's like, no! It's an alien! It's an alien! Alien angel! Yeah, it's like... What if it was a nuke? So this guy just dropping some theories. He's like a conspiracy guy. He's like, this is my theory about this thing, yeah. What if it was a nuclear war? Yeah. See you, bye-bye. This guy is clearly, he knows everything, man. Yeah, Oni-chan. Okay, pay more money. Yeah, this guy is so good. Let's give him more money. He got a great theories here. Yeah, like, oh yes. So he lives by telling people crazy theories about aliens. I guess these people want to know in this world, but it's a little bit. He has like no evidence, man. He's just like, look at this photo of a bird. Maybe it's an alien. Okay, here we see the nursery though. This is probably actually truth though. Okay, they're all on like Zoom or something. It's like a Zoom meeting. It's like evil Zoom meeting, yeah. It's a bunch of people in the world discussing their alien babies or whatever. Something like that. I guess this might finally tell us the truth about the kids. Yeah, because now they're gonna have some kind of a PowerPoint. PowerPoint! They're gonna have a PowerPoint presentation, right there. PowerPoint! Come on. I mean, someone gets the reference. Hopefully. Someone gets the reference. PowerPoint! Someone gets the reference. But anyway, yeah, so they're gonna have the predator robot and the lady. They're gonna talk about a PowerPoint. Oh, she's really angry. She didn't get it up, but then it jumped away, of course. Jesus Christ. They were finally gonna show us why they do anything. No, okay, this guy's gonna explain it from his theory. But this is probably the truth then. He's like, this is what happened, right? Oh, okay. And then this kid's beating up someone. In like a really weird way. What? Oh, he's 11. He got a little like, I'm the 11 guy. I see. Got a tattoo there. This is probably the truth then. He's, yeah, there he is. Wait, did he get pregnant now? Okay. Okay, so women get... so women, okay, so all the men are like slaves and the women are... What? He's just like, I was a slave to this, like, you know, feminones, yeah. What? They had some slaves? Yeah. And then he was escaping with his two waifus. This story is definitely real, man. Yeah, now they were taken by the ladies. This is definitely the most... This backstory has to be real, right? Yeah, he was a kind of like a nation where the women were controlling it and they were killing all men or having slaves or something. This is definitely the truth, man. This is like some South Park episode. It's like they were taking us for our semen, yeah. All the men were slaves for our, you know, for the ladies. She's like, yeah, that makes sense. Like that, this doesn't seem very real. See you, bye-bye, yeah. This story definitely was real, man. Yeah. Happen to your babies, like, yes. This is turning into South Park, man. Yeah, he was enslaved by these women and they were taking his babies and yeah, all the men were forced to But like how the men were. The 11 is just like, it's not even a real tattoo. It's like, it's not like drawn on his hand. It's just drawn the 11. Couldn't they at least have a real tattoo for that? God damn it, man. It was straight up like a South Park scene. It's just like, oh, they have us on the. If you see the episode in South Park, and Cartman thinks that the women are gonna take all the men, right, to write jokes and semen and put them in like caves and Mars or whatever, yeah. And they're gonna drain us from our man use. Yeah, that was great. That's a good scene though. He's like, yes, I was a slave to this like feminine nation. Yeah, this Amazon lady kidnapped me, and they were all like school. I think they were in a school. Yeah, they built like a prison camp in a school or something, right? Yeah, and he was like cleaning. It looked like he was cleaning like the floor in a school, right? Yeah, I guess so. Also kind of useless though, if you have all this all this like enslaved people who are always gonna clean the floor, not fight the monsters or whatever, or build stuff, no, gonna like, gonna like mop the floor, Anyway, they enter this building now, and that building clearly had a bird symbol. Yeah, the mark, and also here the stuff in the air, but yeah. But clearly the door also had that marking, right, so. Oh, like an old PC or something, yeah. So destroyed. Oh, some weird drawing. Maybe it was the angel again? What's that? Natural wealth something? I just had to read it. The first sentence was like, maybe it's like a government thing, right? The whole children thing, yeah, like a natural, that's a kind of health organization. I guess the initial be NHO instead of VHO, right? Of course, VHO, WHOOT, right, is a very famous organization. They're in real life. They would be like NHO. It's like one letter difference. Yeah, I guess that's probably was based on, right? They're the no, so whoa, yeah, like no. That's probably what they're called then, the nursery, right? NHO. But yeah, probably right. NHO, the evil organization. Another door with a marking. But I guess the bird is a symbol of this organization then, of course. I mean, of the world, like the, But it's clearly like the angel, right? Yeah, it's like the bird, it's clearly the alien lady, right? That Daimakyou voices. Yeah, it's clearly her. It's not the bird, it's like the angel thing. Yeah. It's all these angel scenes. That drawing is clearly the same angel, right? It's not a bird, but it's a human with wings, right? Yeah, it's clearly the. His photo was still looking like an angel, right? His photo also looked like an angel. Yeah, he had this photo of like a shadow, right, of something in the sky. And obviously his drawings are also like an angel, a woman flying up in the sky, right? But that scene was so weird. Why was Daimakyou like, screw it? I mean, it's one thing she's an angel, but another thing, why would she, kill herself? Yeah. My god. This anime is so weird. But it's almost like every episode has one shock value scene, right? Sorry. Okay, so now back to the meeting. Is there behind there's also a painting. Okay. Yeah, okay, so no. Then we see the gun though with that marking, I guess. Yeah, that's true. But I don't know, they still didn't explain. Man, this anime is annoying, I feel, because they're... I don't know, guys, right? But it really is, like, almost like just averting, not discussing anything. Yeah, I see my freaking shirt is broken, god damn it. Poor man, no, I can't buy new clothing, right? No, but this is, yeah, I don't know. I just went from the gym, right? I had it in my gym. You know, this is my medic shirt. It's not about buying new clothes, it's more like, you know. I had it for a few years because I won this on a medic tournament. But I see that now, god damn it. Anyway, I got my wife, but that's not for women to do. I don't know, I've never been good at tailoring. Which is too bad, I like cosplaying, but I've always been bad at tailoring and so on. Or never really liked that whole bit, so I was gonna get some other person to kind of help me to make the clothes, right? Otherwise, I like clothing design and so on, fashion design. So if I was a better tailor, maybe a fashion designer, yeah. Anyway, let's review it. Nursery, yeah. The episode clearly focused a lot more on the kids, right? Much more, but they still kind of hide the bigger things. Again, it's just a weird death scene if she actually died, because you know she's just a kind of weird alien angel thing going on, right? With, I guess, telekinetic powers. So it's not really like maybe she died from that. She got magical powers, right? But no matter what, right? Yeah, it is a weird anime how she saw that he's like, oh, I'm gonna die now. They're like, what? What? Yeah. Mama Ganoto, no! Yes. I'm like, that's Prospera! No, well, clearly the best voice actor in this anime by far. Oh, except Source, yeah, sorry, but anyway, yeah, you're like, this is weird. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, every episode of anime is shock value, right? There's always one scene per episode, which is either like an R scene or a death scene or whatever, and you're like, whoa, that just happened. Whoa, okay. And otherwise, I don't know. The guy with the theories, he was pretty fun. I love his backstory. Like I said, it was straight up a South Park scene, right? And honestly, this earlier episode we had ManBearPig, right? There was straight up ManBearPig. Maybe they feel that this author is a big South Park fan. He just takes South Park storylines, he's really into an anime. Because that was very similar to that Cartman, another Cartman thing, and he's just like, oh, it's like on Mars, and the women are taking our milks to big babies and bright yolks or whatever, but to clean and so on. Yeah, that was interesting. That was interesting. Yeah. But I don't know. That clearly was a lie then, right? And the other storyline, well, maybe some truth into it, perhaps. He did have the photo of probably the angel and so on, right? But I mean, this anime is weird because I think it was pretty funny. I enjoyed it, right? That was funny. His like theories were funny and his lives were funny. But on the same time, you're like, okay, is that just filler content? You know what I mean? I guess filler as in is padding out the episode, right? Maybe it's in the manga, but doesn't add anything to the real mystery. So this storyline basically didn't advance that much until like the last scene, right? It's clear to me that the thing he was playing with is from the clothing of Regana there, right? From the same mark, right? The NHO, I guess, which is this UN probably something. Something under my sofa, whatever. I feel duress today, tired. If you've seen the video, the reason why I say, or reason why is because today's One Piece, right? Last episode of One Piece, for me, right, which was very frustrating, extremely frustrating. I like One Piece, and that was my Zoro cosplay video from last week. Got removed. So I'm very, very still, just angry over that, right? Upset over that. If it's incredibly unfair, YouTube won't do much. Maybe they will. I haven't pushed every button yet to YouTube, but I don't want too much. But definitely thinking about today because I don't know if I can do One Piece today, right, on the channel. So it definitely annoys me a lot. Honestly, that's probably my biggest mental. I don't know, half-ass my mind. It's a little bit. I had the gym before this, and the only thing I kept thinking about was like, God damn it, man! I want to do One Piece tonight. It's not. I don't think it's a big episode today, like last episode, whatever. So in that sense, it doesn't matter that much. But I mean, like, God damn it, man! I want to do One Piece, right? I might do it like here, like timer only. But this company is so cray, so they might come after me anyway. But at the same time, maybe it's good if they come after me when I do a timer only, so I can prove to YouTube that they're illegal, right? That they're doing stuff wrong. But anyway, that's here because we're gonna watch Hell's Paradise after this, because it's delayed, and you also might not watch One Piece, right? Next video will always be One Piece, but now I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. But if I do One Piece, it'd be like this, like timer only, right? So it isn't even copyright. There's no infringement. It's not even about fair use because there would be no infringement. And if the company it's almost good at a complete debate, right? So I can prove to YouTube that they are breaking the law, right? So it's almost like I want to do it just to bait them, even if I have to go into all this legal drama then. But at the same time, I can prove they're wrong, right? But I don't know what this episode, guys. It's just weird. Yeah, I'm just like. She flies up for some reason. Suddenly we had a flashback to when he was a kid too. This anime really is like you have to watch the whole anime to. This anime really is that you have to watch the whole anime to understand what's happening, right? And they still didn't really explain why all these people want a Zoom call, or I assume that it's like the whole every country in the world. Well, given the name now, given we actually know what they're called now, I guess they're like I said, right? They're like a UN, something like that, right? Yeah, this is like the UN or something. Also, they're very similar to that, right? It's like a future UN or something, and they are the one running this laboratory, right? So everyone on the Zoom call, I guess, or other like UN members, or people in other countries running a similar facility, whatever, right? So it's probably a global thing. Yeah, if the ending you tell this episode is that it's probably global, right? This whole like the world is destroyed or whatever, so it definitely is just Japan because this guy appears talk English to them, and then we see them, with this like massive like. Zoom or Skype or whatever, right? This conference call in different countries. So that tells us that this is definitely a global thing. Maybe this is the only nursery though, but probably not. It would expect it to be more of them, or maybe the other ones do other experiments, and that's what maybe the other countries have created the monsters or whatever, right? Because they have different experiments going on. Something like that. But anyway, I hope you guys had the intro too. Yeah, I think it was kind of funny, right? Of course, I've been banned on other subreddits before in my life, whatever, right? Like I said, for example, on a political subreddit in Sweden, which doesn't mean anything. Like I said, that subreddit is almost like if you're not banned in subreddit as a Swede, you're doing something wrong. Yeah, but honestly, because that subreddit, I honestly, like, I have seen so many threads about that on Reddit where people are complaining that they get banned on that subreddit. And they're saying that, oh, it's unfair. I was only critiquing the prime minister. I was doing this thing, but yeah, I didn't say anything mean. I was just a very objective critique on them, like this is wrong, this is blah blah. And they, so that subreddit is so famous for basically banning anyone, right? There's any way not agreeing with their extreme political agenda, right? They have a very, very, very extreme in one direction, and everyone else is not welcome there, right? But for some reason, this is by far the biggest. Then I think it's the second biggest Reddit in Sweden. Of all, Sweden or whatever, right? It's like the biggest one. This I believe is number 2. so they get all the traffic, right? And then everyone hates it there. So basically everyone is banned there, right? It's this weird thing. So if you're not banned here, it means that you never ever have said an opinion, right? You never said anything real in your life, It's kind of like, I think that's the last thing here. But who said this thing? Oh my god. I think it was. Whatever, but it's kind of like sometimes in life, right? I think it's kind of funny. Sometimes in life you play a game, or whatever, like StarCraft or whatever, right? I'm thinking like in a game you have a strategy, right? Sometimes in life it's like, well, this thing is probably not the best strategy, right? But if I don't do that, then what's the point of being alive? You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to just go for it. Like sometimes, for example, when I don't know, if you're drinking with your friends at a party, or whatever, right? And you're playing some games, like a drinking game, a party game, whatever, right? Sometimes it's like this is the best thing to do, right? From like a gaming standpoint, like game theoretical standpoint, mathematically, I should do X thing. But if I do Y thing, then that actually succeeds, like like if I actually roll the die and everything is a 6 or whatever in this difficult situation with everyone watching me or whatever, right? That's gonna be a way better story. You know what I mean? I have that perspective in my life, right? It's interesting because I remember it when I was freshman in college, right? So I'm like 18, right? I went on a party. And I'm this guy called Brenis, okay? He called Brenis. He's like super, he's like senpai, porta, it's a harem, it's all his chicks or whatever. And at that time, they were playing this party game, right? And I was like, oh, I'm gonna win this thing, you know what I mean? So I was like, this thing, right? And I played to win, basically, right? So I played the mathematical solution, right, in this party game. So and afterward, he told me that, okay, you won, and that was pretty cool as well, right? There was little respect for that. But he was like, but it would be funnier in this situation here, where you're in the lead or whatever, if you took this gamble, because you probably would have failed the gamble, but that would mean that everyone would have been like, oh my god, you know, you would pants to be flying, you know, that would be a better situation. Even if you probably would have failed, like 1 out of 5 times, but you know, if you do it 5 times, then 1 will succeed. That's probably actually a better outcome, because then they have this amazing, everyone's gonna remember that moment. So I thought about that, and he's right. You know, they gave a lot of wisdom. Because of wisdom, no, but sometimes in life, right? Let me try to break this down, what I mean here. Sometimes in life, if you can play a game or whatever, like a drinking game, you shouldn't actually try to win, right? What I mean is that if you can win in a spectacular way, or do something that's very unlikely to happen, but is massive, right? People are gonna remember that more than you just win in the game or whatever. So I prefer, in situations, right, to actually go for the unlikely scenario that gives me this huge upset. Everyone around me, everyone in the part of it, is like, oh my god, that actually happened, you know, that kind of feeling to it, right? That you actually will remember. If you actually just play to win or whatever in that sense, sometimes it's better to play to win spectacularly, right, than to play to use to win. And it's much easier, of course, to use in any game or most thing in life, just to aim for the safe win, right? That being said, of course, if you're playing like a tournament, a game, or whatever, you're playing on money, right? You play a chess game, whatever, then you want to play the absolutely most safe strategy to maximize your gain, right? But if you're at a part or something, I think it's better to aim for like the, you know, the biggest spectacular win, right? But I think most people still are in the mindset of how do I just win by highest likelihood, right? But it's much better to aim for how do I do the biggest spectacular, the flashiest victory, right? It's more about that charisma, whatever. Side note, no, but I just remember that. Yeah, it's a great feeling to it. This anime is a little bit like that. This anime, I feel like I don't like the storyline that much, right? I don't think the writing is very good, but that's kind of what this anime comes back to 10, because this anime has that like spectacular scenes, like the angel scene, right? This anime, I feel, is like, instead of writing a consistent, good narration, that sounds very harsh now, but I don't think it's very good written, right? And then instead, it's like, sometimes though, it's really crazy, you know? Sometimes it's like a spectacular scene, and then you're like, okay. So this anime is an anime you probably will remember 10 years from now, so to speak, right? Because it has like one spectacular weird scene every episode, and then the rest in the middle is kind of like whatever. But so this anime goes for that, you know, memorable, spectacular scenes instead of going for consistent scenes. Yeah, they're just aiming to create a buzz, right? I don't know. Similar to Titan, for example, which also I think that's better written, definitely, but still also has a lot of, you know, like very, very like, oh, this is shitty defense scenes, yeah. Where sometimes the character kind of like forced into weird positionings just because Ishiyama wants them to be like, oh my god, look at this scene, you know, which doesn't make much sense. Like the Eren flashback scene doesn't make any sense, but it looks better from like a, you know, a crazy standpoint. Whatever, guys, subscribe to the like button and have a great day.